I was trying to decide where to go to college, and Becky and I met my senior year in high school. It was head over heels immediately, and so she's been the love of my life now for 55 years. And so despite Bear Bryant offering me a tennis scholarship to Alabama, I stayed in Hattiesburg and made the best decision I ever made. I said, Becky beats the Bear anytime. Well, I was student government president, but what I didn't realize is what a pivotal time it was in the history of USM. As the student representative, I was on the search committee that picked Aubrey Lucas to be the next president. I was on the search committee that picked Roland Dale to be the athletic director, which got us in the conference. I was on the search committee that picked Bobby Collins to be the football coach. And then finally, the other student body presidents elected me president of the Student Body Presidents Council for the state, and so I attended the IHL board meetings as the student representative. And so to see how the college board worked and to see how Southern was fighting for respect and fighting for fair funding, literally, all in the space of 12 months was a really defining experience. And when you get into that position, then there are other things that just happen. I mean, I will say happen. So the dean called me one day and said, they're forming Leadership Mississippi. You're the university's representative, would you go? I had no idea what Leadership Mississippi was. And turns out I later become president of Leadership Mississippi and chairman of the Mississippi 2000 Commission because I got a call to say, will you be our representative? So I call those grace notes from God. That's not me being particularly ambitious or structured. I say, mostly I have a good sense to know when God's sending me somewhere not to say no. And so I will say the verticality of experiences there in a year is probably no other year in my life. If you're going to be great at anything, it's in your sweat glands. It also taught me that you want to be at the moments when things are created. Because if I'm privileged enough to be in this setting, I want to leave it better than I got it.
Why did I choose Southern Miss? Well, it's pretty easy. I was born a Golden Eagle. It was just natural. This is where I was going to be. This is where I wanted to be. This place was important to my father. He's my hero, my best friend, and so obviously I was going to follow in his footsteps. And so one of my dreams one day was obviously to be a father. I had twin daughters, Howell and Whitley. And so they were born on October the 13th, 1998. Bob Pierce is a good friend of mine, and he was the executive director of the Alumni Association. So he writes a letter on October the 28th, 1998, to Miss Howell, Miss Whitley Howell. Howell and Whitley, congratulations on being born. It's the home of Paige and Tibby Howell. We are proud that you will grow up in a Golden Eagle home. Please accept these Golden Eagle shirts, compliments of the Alumni Association. You have our best wishes for the future, and we are looking forward to having you as freshmen in the class of 2016. And so, I've had this, I framed it, it's been in my office since that day. I mean, I could just share story after story, and but they're lifetime memories and they're lifetime friendships that you cherish. Alumni Association, the foundation, the Eagle Club, you got to buy season tickets. There again, we all do our part. It makes a difference, and we'll continue to prosper and grow. That's the key. And we got to have everybody working. All of us pulling together, we can do great things. Well, my legacy as a Golden Eagle, it's going to be the same pattern that we've been on. I'm going to be at Pete Taylor Park basically every time they open the gates. Section I, row 1, seat 1. I'll be at the Rock, and I'll be at Reed Green Coliseum as much as I possibly can. And so that's what the legacy is about. It's about people. Yeah, it's an institution, but ultimately it's about doing the Lord's work, encouraging people, loving people, uplifting people, and I think that's who we are, and I'm proud of it.
My parents met at USM in 1952, Goodness, my brother graduated there, my sister graduated there, I graduated there, my wife graduated there, my twins graduated there. So to say that it's a family tradition would be an understatement. Never experienced campus and the community the way it was after we won in New York. It was like being at the game and not being at the game, just how everybody came together as a university, and it was a phenomenal event. Just that night, I don't think anybody ever went to sleep, and so that was probably the most meaningful experience that just comes to mind. But I think just the foundation that Southern Miss gave me with business and speech communication, I felt like I was ready. I think the character and integrity of the professors that I was around, I knew exactly what warranted success. I think that just translated into the passion that I had to want to enter into the business world. Well, here at Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, we love our partnership with the College of Business at Southern Miss. We've identified a leadership class that Brett has helped us create. And we put our future leaders through that program, so whenever they're ready to be called upon and moving up, they're ready. So the partnership has been phenomenal with Southern Miss in various ways that we've continued to expand it in our business. You know, go to football games, go to baseball games, go to basketball games, and be where your feet are. Be there. So I think you have to give back. I think you have to give. I think you have to serve, be a part of the university. That's how you continue a winning culture and a winning tradition and a winning legacy is involvement. So I think it's true whether you're there or whether once you graduate, I think it's one and the same. I hope somebody can probably look back at one day and say, hey, that guy really loves Southern Miss. And you know, legacy is a big part. You just want to be able to give back to the university and serve it in any capacity that you can, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Southern Miss has been my life. I grew up in a family that my dad was the first one to graduate here, but he met my mom here. So it's all I really knew. It was, you can go anywhere you want to and, you know, do what you want to do, just make something out of yourself. And then my dad would go, but I'm only going to pay for it if you go to Hattiesburg. So I don't know if he was serious or not, but I was smart enough not to test it. So helped me develop who I was. I've only had 2 jobs out of college, and both of them were for Southern Miss alumni. After graduation, I moved to Mobile and I knew 2 people. Both Southern Miss people, but that's all I knew. And so that's how I got started participating in the Alumni Association. Through that, we became a pretty active chapter. And so we grew our little group from 10 to 12 people up to 100 or 100 plus, I guess. We were having a golf tournament. I'm outside frying fish, and they're having a meeting. They came and got me and said, Jerry wants to talk to you, Jerry DeFatta. And he read off this proclamation where they were naming a scholarship after me, the Mickey Marsh Memorial Scholarship Fund. So again, I didn't know if they were joking because I had died, or they were waiting on me to die, or what, but it was a great honor. I appreciated it, you know, as much as anything in the world, but at the same time, I really thought they were joking with me. Well, the scholarship being named after me gives me an advantage on my legacy, if there's truly a legacy for Mickey Marshall. At least I know that'll continue, and you know, my goal is to make sure the thing is funded. My biggest legacy, again, is my family. Myers and Jesse will make me proud, and whatever legacy I have, it'll be through them. But then the grandsons as well.
To me, Southern Miss is defined by its people. My education was more than books. It was developing relationships. It was learning new things, getting outside of my comfort zone at times to try to solve issues and solve problems. One of my most vivid memories is, I think it was 1982, we beat Bear Bryant. He had, I think, a 56 home game winning streak. and we beat them there. And actually we went, a group of my friends and I rode in an old Max construction van. We had, it was an old work van, and coming back the transmission fell out of the van, so we had to be towed back to Hattiesburg. We all rode in the van being towed back to Hattiesburg. So that's one of my favorite memories of a fun time at USM. And my closest friends today are the ones that I met on campus, and that bond just keeps us all really connected to the university. And as well, my son was a member of the USM baseball team, so that really rekindled our love for the university and our commitment to university. And my deep roots to Hattiesburg, my family, my relationships. We have a third generation business that all played a role in my decision to stay in Hattiesburg. And I wanted to really grow where I was planted and get back to the community where I work and live. Southern Miss gave me the tools I needed. Taught me how to navigate complex issues both professionally and personally. And those lessons have been invaluable in running a business. We want to start a scholarship in my father's memory for the construction program at USM. We want to provide students opportunities who might not otherwise have those opportunities. My goal is also to instill in my grandchildren what all the great things that Southern Miss has to offer. And I want them to know how Southern Miss shaped my life, and hopefully they can follow in my footsteps. Being inducted to the Hall of Fame, I hope I can continue to lead with integrity, serve my community, and give back to Southern Miss. And I hope to be an example of what it is to be a Golden Eagle in action.
So when I was at Southern Miss, I think I really learned two things. One, the power of showing up. I lived on campus 7 semesters of my 8 semesters at USM. I did not want to move off campus. And the reason, truthfully, is because I realized very early on that being there, being present for the little moments, it's what mattered. Surround yourself with good people, people that lift you up, people that see your potential when maybe you don't see it. And for me, really, it's about the relationships. When I came to Southern Miss, I knew that I wanted to be part of Greek life. I knew Chi Mega was the place for me. They were women that saw me and valued me, and I just felt seen and known, and I feel like I made the most of that time and have some wonderful memories from those years. I realized that Southern Miss was special. People were incredible, the environment, and just the community. It was real. I believed, and I still believe, that the age from 18 to 22, I mean, it's just this formidable age where you figure out who you are, and when you're in a wonderful environment, the sky's the limit. And so I realized very quickly that Southern Miss had done that for me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to figure out how I could continue that experience for other students. The timing just worked out, and as I was graduating from graduate school, Southern Miss was preparing to celebrate their centennial. It was going to be my responsibility to help celebrate that and tell that story. I mean, it's just these incredible stories of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And I'm so thankful that I got to be part of that. We all go through these life stages, right? And so for me, Southern Miss really stepped up and supported me. And so in a similar context, that's what I'm getting to be part of with home health and hospice, is that people need us in these really important times, and it's our privilege to be able to step up and serve people. To be part of something that's touching lives and impacting people daily is incredibly fulfilling for me. I think that Southern Miss is really special, and I will never grow tired of telling folks about how wonderful it was and is, and how it changed my life.
My parents never knew what I was going to major in, But there was just so much and let's not forget, I wanted to hear everybody's stories. You just had an opportunity to really try on adult life while a student here. I met some of the friends of my lifetime. Ann Miller, now Witherspoon, in the midst of our freshman year said, let's go to Disney World and work for the summer. And I said, okay. And as a result of all of that, I became the first Mary Poppins at Walt Disney World. In I can't even keep it a secret anymore. I used to say, but in 1973 and 74. I forget about all of those experiences because life goes on. And I certainly didn't think I would wind up as a librarian. There was a professor that I think changed my life, and that was Peggy Prenshaw. She taught Southern Lit and introduced me to the Mississippi writers, Walker Percy, of course Eudora Welty, Faulkner, Richard Wright, because of Southern Miss, because of being here, lucking into a job at a very unique collection, and that's the de Grumman Children's Literature Collection. That particular opportunity opened up my world. It is something that is recognized worldwide, and it's right here. I have had a marvelous experience and lots of twists and turns and travels that have come to me just because I came to Southern Miss. And I think that's true, that we can all take what we get here and do something with it.